because of course there's no news this week whatsoever.
Thank you very much, Mark. Let's go to the next story.
And we're out.
As I like to.
Or there's just too much to report on, one or the other. So we're going to start with just 3 stories this week. And the first one is a new supercharger has been outlined. A permit has been provided for the most northerly supercharger in all of North America. So it's a suburb of in Alaska.
Is it Tuktoyaktuk?
Yeah.
Tell me it's Tuktoyaktuk.
Tuktoyaktuk.
Tuktoyaktuk. Okay.
And this particular supercharger has a permit, and of course, it's completely off the beaten path from all the other superchargers. Because as you know, in order to get to Alaska, you have to travel through British Columbia first of all, out of Washington through British Columbia and back into Alaska, up a lot further up.
So, Yukon.
This is going to be a supercharger by itself for quite some time. Obviously, the hope is they will build superchargers along the Alaskan Highway through British Columbia and connect it with Whistler in British Columbia, where currently that's the most northern part of the road in British Columbia. So it's good to see the Tesla's expanding, and of course, there's no problem in building in northerly climates. Take a look at, for example, Norway and Sweden. They're much further up in northern temperatures, and of course, they have a robust charging network Tesla operates there. So good to see, and we're hoping that they start to do the work on that Alaskan highway soon. Second, want to talk a little bit about full self-driving beta. And of course, Casey is dying to get his hands on this. He hasn't yet, but we're hoping he gets it soon. But Tesla did double up the amount of FSD beta testers to 2,000 recently with their 8.2 version. And they will be going 10 times more of that with the 8.3. But what was interesting in this article and was great to see is that not only did they double the amount of FSD beta testers, but they've taken away some of the FSD beta testers, the ones that were not doing a good job, and of course, possibly really giving Tesla a bad name, because a number of these YouTubers and people that want attention were using this to, just make videos, to sleep in the back as the car drove itself, to not actually participate in trying to get the beta move forward with edge cases and finding out how the service works in different scenarios and different traffic situations. So it is good to see that at least Tesla has moved on some of these bad actors that were giving Tesla a bad, or could be giving Tesla a bad name. If there was an accident to happen while these guys are trying to put out videos, obviously the spotlight would remain on Tesla, that why are they letting these people try these things on roads with their cars? And it's good to see that at least they've noticed some of these people, these bad actors, and they've removed some of them. So hopefully that will remove the temptation for people just to make videos for them, because really it's a personal thing. All they're doing is trying to increase their fame. They don't care what they're doing. They're just trying to get people to watch their videos. So it's great to get these people weeded out if we can. Obviously, you can't get all of them, but let's get some of them out of it anyways.
Those are the very people that we keep hearing all the fear mongering about in the news. Oh my goodness, they're beta testing in the public. Oh, they're putting my life in danger.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to give it to Casey so that he can put it on his channel and drive up his views.
Well, at least we would know that Casey wouldn't be one of these guys that tries to go to sleep in the back of the car as the car drives itself and his mother's filming. Like it's
just responsible.
It's completely a different story from informing people what's coming and how it works compared to trying to be famous yourself. That's really what we're trying to avoid here.
Oh, wait, 3 pointers. Can I shoot from the passenger side of the car while it drives itself?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Surfboard on top of the car, a la Teen Wolf, while it's driving down the interstate.
Yeah,
that's why on the very first version of Autopilot, we had the seatbelt required feature creep in on the very first update, because some dooflunky was out the sunroof.
There is like no way for people to not mess up things.
Right,
Just-
right.
The good thing is that at least while it's in private beta, all the people that are giving it a bad name are getting kicked out. But
Yeah.
Is that
I
really
don't
the
know.
case, though? I mean, do we know that all the bad people are getting kicked out?
No,
and-
you don't know all the bad people.
Right.
But
I
you
mean-
do know that they are looking and they're eliminating
YouTubers.
people. So it's at least a good sign that they understand what's going on and can police it in some way.
Right.
And then Elon didn't deny that he wasn't looking, well, not he personally, but that they weren't looking through the camera on the Model 3 and Model Y to spot people who were looking at their phones and stuff. He didn't deny it.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the AI already set targets distracted, sleep, or on phone. Those are some of the categories that it automatically labels on your videos if you're in the program where your camera is set to relay.
And the last story we'll touch upon is a bit of news that we've talked about for a while on the Tesla Life, which is the other program you should tune into if you like Tesla news. We do a show weekly that can be found on YouTube called The Tesla Life Show, if you want to look that up. But we've been talking about this for some time. Since Tesla announced that they were going to be building a gigafactory in Texas, the strange thing about Texas is that currently you cannot buy a Tesla direct from Tesla in Texas. You can't go to your local Tesla showroom and buy a car. You have to buy it basically through the internet. It gets delivered to another state and then transferred into Texas. The same is true with servicing in Texas. If you want to service your car, they do have a service location in Texas, but you got to call California so they can call Texas to set up an appointment to get a note back to you as to when you can bring your car to that Texas location. So the Automobile Dealer Association is what has put this monstrosity paperwork in place to try to deter and make it difficult for people that own a Tesla to purchase and then service their vehicles in the state. Now, you can get those things done. It's just a bit of a pain in the butt. So we were always wondering on the show as to why would Tesla build a billion-dollar factory, employ thousands of Texans, and still have this rule in place? Well, apparently, right now, the Texas legislature is sitting. They only sit once every 2 years, by the way. So they have a couple weeks to get this bill passed. They have it in there that if you're an EV manufacturer and you make only EVs, you will be able to sell your cars directly to customers without a dealer in between.
Wow.
So this is what they've submitted to the legislature. Obviously, the Dealer Association is probably going to fight against this like they have in the past. But I would be shocked if Texas does not get this pushed through. And I can't believe that Tesla would go ahead and build a billion-dollar factory and employ all of these people and this to be stopped. So they've got a couple weeks to do it. We'll probably hear more about this in the next 2 weeks for sure as to what the pushback is and where things lie. But we should have an answer after a couple of weeks as to whether or not this is going to be successful or not.
Yeah, it's going to be even harder after Texas secedes.
They'll come begging back, Tony, because they won't have any power.
I know, right? Yeah.
They're going to use the
Ouch.
gigafactory there to build power walls. To power
And their wall fell down. Yeah.
Yeah. Next hurricane, they come begging for money.
There's been a huge
All right.
demand in Powerwall in Texas recently.
Yeah, that is true. So, so just a real quick follow up, Mark. You said we'll be hearing more about this in the next couple of weeks. Where might people be able to hear more information about this?
Well, definitely you'll be able to hear it on the Tesla Life. If you want to follow us on Twitter, The Tesla Life, as well as our YouTube podcast weekly, The Tesla Life Show. You can follow it there. And of course, we are on top of the news and try to keep on top of it throughout every day of the week. And we will let you know when we know.
And our
And
Facebook
Apple
page.
Podcasts as well.
Thank you so much, Mark Conglin. So do follow the Tesla Life on Twitter for updates daily, multiple times daily.